A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Saint Matthew. After Jesus had been born at Bethlehem in Judea during the reign of King Herod, some wise men came to Jerusalem from the east. "Where is the infant King of the Jews?" they asked. "We saw his star as it rose and have come to do him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was perturbed, and so was the whole of Jerusalem. He called together all the chief priests and the scribes of the people and inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. "At Bethlehem in Judea," they told him, "for this is what the prophet wrote. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, you are by no means least among the leaders of Judah. For out of you will come a leader who will shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod summoned the wise men to see him privately. He asked them the exact date on which the star had appeared and sent them on to Bethlehem. "Go and find out all about the child," he said, "and when you have found him, let me know, so that I too may go and do him homage." Having listened to what the king had to say, they set out. And there in front of them was the star they had seen rising. It went forward and halted over the place where the child was. The sight of the star filled them with delight, and going into the house, they saw the child with his mother, Mary. And falling to their knees, they did him homage. Then, opening their treasures, they offered him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. But they were warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, and returned to their own country by a different way. The Gospel of the Lord. The Feast of the Epiphany is the manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles. The first reading from Isaiah brings out this notion beautifully. "Nations shall walk by your light, and kings by your shining radiance." The fulfillment of these promises is seen in the Gospel, where the whole of creation, represented by the star, and humanity, represented by the wise men, rejoices in the birth of the Messiah, the Son of David. Ironically, Herod and the scribes and chief priests, whom the Magi consult, are not interested in this newborn king. The psalm echoes the celebration of David's son, whose kingdom will stretch to the ends of the earth. The journey of the Magi in the Gospel reminds us of the journey made by the Queen of Sheba to David's son, Solomon. But while the Queen of Sheba came only to marvel at the wisdom of Solomon, Jesus, the new Solomon, invites us to journey to him, to make us co-heirs of his kingdom. Will you follow the signs that lead to Christ?